Hello, hello, and welcome on back to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt? Yeah, actually, I've never thought about it. Is it The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, or is it The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt? I think it's Wild Hunt. Just plain, no the. Or possibly no duh. But yeah, anyway. I've titled this bug free not because the game is going to be free of bugs, but because my TV is free of bugs. Well, at least visibly, anyway. Because last time I was playing The Witcher 3, ironically enough, or I guess apropos, depending on your sense of humor and outlook on the universe, I was having a terrible time playing The Witcher 3, which I don't think I talked about. Well, no, I did, but like I was having a terrible time because there was this dead bug that got into my TV screen and died, and it was just awful. It was just terrible, and I tried everything I could think of to get it out. Nothing worked. Eventually, though, I saw one guy who like used like a suction cup or something, and that got the bug out of his screen. And then I saw someone in the comments of that say, oh, hey, I was able to do the same thing. I just used packing tape. And I'm like, that's it. That's the way to get rid of this damn bug. And I couldn't find any, like, more strong tape. All I had was Scotch tape, and I was able to get the bug to move like a little bit, just a couple of centimeters, bit by bit, and I'm like, this is not working. And then eventually, in one of the drawers, I finally found some duct tape, and I put that on, like made sure it was really on there, left it for a minute, and then I took it off, and then, ooh, I saw the bug fall. And I don't know where its corpse went, and frankly, I don't care. It's off of my TV screen, finally. Oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest feeling in the world. And now, of course, that I got my TV all bug-free, now my controller's acting up on me, disconnecting from my from my sorry. Little distracted here, obviously.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
But yeah, anyway, I kind of forgot the game was going to do this to me, so thanks for that demonetization or limited monetization, The Witcher 3. I appreciate it, you know. We can't advertise over women's tits. We all know sex doesn't sell, and tits are certainly obscene. You can't have people looking at those. I mean, the babies feed upon them. It's disgusting. But yeah, no, oh man, I forgot what my point was, or the thing I was talking about. Oh yeah, no, my headset is a little finicky. Or, not my headset. I would love it if it was my headset. I could finally buy a new one after, like, I don't know how long I've had this headset, man. No exaggeration, it might be, like, 10 years. I've had this, like, it's like a HyperX headset, but I've had it for like so long, and it's hold up, man. But no, anyway, my controller, but for whatever reason, the audio jack on my controller is fucked up, so it wants to disconnect my headset, and it's particularly annoying when it does that, because when it does, I have to then be like, hey, switch the audio back to my headset, and then after I do that, I have to turn the mic on, and then I have to like I just have to move it down a notch so that way so the gain isn't too high on it. But it is a little bit of a hassle, where it's like anytime the my headset disconnects, it's like a little minute long process of like getting it back up and working again. And I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. It's like there's probably a more efficient way to do it, but it just the way that works for me. You put the headset into the controller. The microphone is plugged into the PlayStation, and so it's like the microphone works fine. It like actually the microphone has an audio jack, so an audio jack. So theoretically, I could just plug my headset into the microphone, but I did that in the beginning when I got this microphone, and then the audio started glitching out and fucking around, and so I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. And so now I have this like it's not all that convoluted, but slightly convoluted way of setting up my whole little thing here. So anyway, enough of me talking. Let's see some 3D model tits, which I assume we'll see.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
Oh, that's 2D model tits. Much better, much more sophisticated than 3D.
Gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
All right. So that was essential for the mission. If I wanted to continue the main story, I had to take part in that scene.
Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs. Cast
Sorry,
out the
you want me to
canvas.
grab some paintballs? I like purple.
Good folk, anyone can be an artist, even you. Quite the noble color.
Splendid. The sky over Toussaint before Easter.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Purple and yellow, I think, go decently well together.
Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
I titled this sculpture, The Beast's Suffering. It represents the progress of
It's the sorry too.
man.
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all right.
From the start.
The composition takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Gods! Scarlet, crimson oxblood. I see lips, full sensory parted lips. The composition takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine! Voila! Fin. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
Alright, Geralt, cute little guy.
True talent tastes like great wine.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Please, let's go. Your boards, as you've made no effort to understand. It's
Such talent.
Exception.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Venture beyond
Empty,
the bounds.
heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Synthrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence. It is
That's to
irrelevant
say,
to
the other
world's
one.
ultimate meaning.
His brother.
pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of
The
criticism,
besotted witcher.
pretentious.
Must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent.
So, the morning after, is it?
Would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame he didn't come. Where are you skittering off to, Sylphanie?
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them
excuse
brings
me.
good luck.
Are they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Also, this can't be the guy, right? It's not Detloff, because Detloff doesn't have a beard. I don't know if we know that, or Geralt knows that. Cool dress.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
Hey, it's free stuff.
It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong to climb this ladder. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Could still be a knife. Need to stay ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
Every time you go a little too fast for the game, it's just Geralt overlapping his own dialogue.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
Oh, I wonder where he went.
Bloodstains.
Yep, those are bloodstains, Geralt.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
Oh, there was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The Heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlef here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlef believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Dettlaff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Dettlaff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Dettlaff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Dettlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Dettlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
What? No screaming? Where's the...
No 2 ways about it.
Hark, Beauclervois! Her most gracious
new, mon
Duchess
ami?
has hired a witcher to get at the root of these murders.
Reginald
There
Bobby
we
has
go.
returned.
There it
That's
is.
finished. Buy your tickets now.
A fruitful hunt to you, Witcher.
But yeah, pretty interesting scene.
Place we had.
I don't know, I like it.
Wine by the barrel.
Though it was very funny seeing the game like freak out because it had to render like 5 people. Well, 5 people? Geralt, the Duchess, Anna Henrietta, Dettlaff, Regis, and Oriana. So yeah, 5 people, and it was not able to keep up with that.
Oh,
Well, might as well go here for a little bit. I want to put up some paintings.
How might I be of service, sir?
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
If my lips don't stink of wine, man who dare not...
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
The Dutch is small, but do you know any who's not heard of our wines?
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
I can't see a thing through this.
I work from dawn to dusk's last light.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Can you fathom it? Vermentino and Coronato reconciled?
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Boleus's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Wine is better than stew. For stew you have to chew.
Master Liam and Maid Matilda. Why, they'll have a tale to hold their kitties wrapped.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Now I shall sing you a song. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5.
The cellars,
7,
voila.
8.
During Monsieur Boleus's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibley would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah?
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks. You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
And I'd never want you to stay against your will. I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the kitchen. Her spit-roasted ox was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
some. Strange. That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
Oh, now you come to me. Now you come over to me, horse. Yeah, it's a dead monster. It's fine, horsey.
Let's dance.
But yeah, I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know if I'm gonna talk at all. I don't really have anything to say. Seems interesting though. Oh, these guys. I will say, it's, like, immensely surprising to me that there's gonna be a DLC for this game next year. Also, do you think they're gonna optimize the game better? Because, I don't know, you may be going, wow, this sure does run like shit on a PlayStation. And I would agree with you. And I think the saddest part, too, is that it's running like shit, not just on a PlayStation 5, but on a PlayStation 5 Pro. And, like, I don't know, for example, in that scene with Geralt, Oriana, Detloff, Regis, and the Duchess, I was sort of like, wow, this game is struggling to run and render this shit, and then I just thought about Death Stranding 2. And I'm like, god damn, man, Death Stranding 2 looks good, and it runs like a fucking dream. Like, Death Stranding 2 is actually fucking insane. Like, it's insane how good that game looks and how how well it runs. Even if I myself don't run very well. Never did have the makings of a track athlete. I guess I'll go over there just to see what is over there. Out of pure curiosity. Then I'm hoping there's a fast travel point there. Because if not, it'll just kind of suck. Ah, there... No, I thought that was a drivable boat. But yeah, I don't know. Legitimate question. Is there a better game than Death Stranding 2? In terms of how well it runs and how good it looks? Because there's obviously subjectively better games. But also Death Stranding 2, for me, was like... Can I be real? Behind Dispatch, it was my game of the year. I think Dispatch just, for me, on a very personal level, was my game of the year. But if I was seeking to not embarrass myself and reveal me for what I truly am, which is a Telltale guy and also a comedy guy, where I like comedies, I like people giving funny performances and like a nice little wholesome story with a bit of humor and comedy to go with it. But I don't know. I would say also probably Death Stranding 2 is like a little bit of a spiritually embarrassing game to say that you think is like really good. But I thought Death Stranding 2 was great. I thought it was so great. I played it twice. The game's so nice, I played it twice. That's some good stuff. That's some less good stuff. Damn. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, for example, I would say like the game of the year last year was Expedition 33, Clair Obscur. And I think that game is great. Like I do have a love and a fondness for that game. But also, I don't know. There are elements of that game that I don't particularly enjoy. Whereas like Death Stranding, to me, the gameplay is fun and relaxing and pleasant. The gameplay of Clair Obscur is stressful and difficult and at times annoying. Like I playing Death Stranding 2, there are times where I get a little annoyed. But playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33, there are times where I think the whole game is annoying. And then also, no offense to some people out there, some really annoying people who really like that game, which is fine. Which is kind of how it is. Like, there's a fuck ton of people who are really annoying that like The Witcher 3. And, like, I'm not going to let that ruin my enjoyment of The Witcher 3. But I did let it ruin my enjoyment of Clair Obscur. And I feel like that was fucked up. I shouldn't have done that.
Go back, Norting. Cross the Yaruga. Go home.
Look, man, I was just hoping to play some fucking Gwent. You racist. Yawn. But yeah, no. Like, I don't know. Death Stranding 2, I think, is like really, really good. And also, I say this as a guy that never actually played Death Stranding 1 myself.
Cool.
Like, I don't know. It's very funny with Death Stranding 2. It's like a mix of like, yeah. I wonder what the general consensus on Death Stranding 2 is, because it's like I think people who really liked the first game don't like the second game as much, at least in terms of gameplay. If you really like the gameplay and challenge of Death Stranding 1, you might like the gameplay of Death Stranding 2 a little less, because it is easier.
See ya.
God damn it, can I find a guy that fucking plays Gwent, please? Anyone. I just want to chill with some Gwent, man. It's like a little treat for my brain. But yeah, no, I don't know, it's like kind of interesting where, I don't know, I actually thought it was kind of funny where, probably one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, if not my favorite, Jacob Geller, he posted, a new video, I think called something like, the pixels in New York are freezing, or something along those lines. And spoiler alert, the video's about how various video games have depicted New York City, particularly before and after 9/11. And specifically in regards to the Twin Towers. Like, their absence, or like... Because it's a very interesting little fact that it took like 5 years after 9/11 in 2006 when
Something's seriously wrong here.
Here? Why is something seriously wrong here? Is it that? Should I go check it out? Huh. Alright. Well, let's probably do that one at some point. But yeah, no, anyway, it was a pretty interesting, amazing video, as are all of Jacob Geller's videos. But then at the end, he was using music from Death Stranding 2. And like, I will say, I think his critique of the game was that none of the emotional moments landed for him, but the music in that game was fucking awesome, irregardless if you like the actual game or not. Like, it's well worth it. Just pull up the Death Stranding 2 soundtrack and just fucking put that shit on shuffle, because there's some really good songs in there. Like, that was kind of my favorite part about playing Death Stranding 2. It's why I played it twice, is that I really liked just listening to the music. And then a decent chunk of it will not get you copyright claimed, at least on YouTube. And it's quite nice in that regard. But yeah, no, so I don't know, it's just kind of funny listening to that. And I'm like, oh, I know where that song's from. I could be fully wrong, but I think it's Rainy's theme in from Death Stranding 2. That's the song he used, but it could also be another one. But I'm pretty sure it's Rainy's theme, because I know it's the one that's really good, and she has a really fantastic theme. I don't remember the exact name of the song, but it is that. Here, I'd probably check. I think I will. But oh, okay. Well, hey, I can go here. Maybe I can even change up my hair. Quite possibly, and potentially.
My good sir.
Need a bit of grooming.
But yeah, let's see here. Geller of Jacob. Yeah, all the pixels in New York are freezing. I will say, another thing that is so great about Jacob Geller is that he puts like all the songs he uses in the description. Yeah, Story of Rainy, Death Stranding 2. I was like, I know that fucking song.
Gwent, maybe we could play around.
Girl permanentation, hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I do find the story of Death Stranding 2 to be quite emotionally impactful. Like, maybe not every single scene, I think, works, but I would say the majority of them do. Sorry, I don't have a single spy card? This is fucked up. This is criminal. They can't do this to me. But yeah, I don't know. I am actually curious what the consensus for Death Stranding 2 is. People think it's amazing, like 10 out of 10 game. If people think it's like, you know, it's good if you like the first one. Or it's like, no, it's not as good as the first one. Like, I don't know what the general consensus is. So I'm not going to check. I don't know. I want to check Steam first. 10 out of 10 on Steam with 4,000 reviews. Okay, alright. Yes, Steam, I was born January 1st, 1969. Show me the fucking page for the game I own. Alright. Yeah, okay, so it's actually overwhelmingly positive with 95%. And then recently, 92% of 1,000 reviews. But yeah, 95% with 4,900 reviews. So yeah, I think a lot of people do really like the game and do really enjoy it. I think that's the consensus on it. Now, I'm curious about the Metacritic. Because I want to see the Metacritic, and specifically I want to see the negative reviews. 89 for critics based on 148 of them. And then 8.7 based on 3,900 user reviews. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anyone else has encountered this problem. Let me know if it's different on like a computer or a desktop or whatever. But I recently was looking at Backlogged, kind of like the video game equivalent of whatchamacallit, Letterboxd. And I was immensely disappointed that I could not sort by negative reviews. Like, because that's one of my favorite little pastimes, is I love looking up a game that I really enjoy, or sometimes a game I don't enjoy. Sometimes a game I'm like on, and I love reading like people's reviews and thoughts about it. And I particularly think the negative reviews are funny. And like, and again, I will say it's very funny how some people leave reviews. Because for example, there's the first review is one of the worst games I've played. I don't understand how it is rated 8.7 from players. Well, first of all, you got the number wrong, idiot. Second of all, tell me what you thought about it. Like, just going, game sucks, it's fucking bullshit. Like, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't say anything. Give your thoughts. Why do you think it sucks and is bullshit? Elaborate, please. I wish to understand you. Man to man, human to human, brain to brain. Have a connection, develop a deeper understanding of my fellow man, even if I fucking hate you and find you contemptible because of your shit opinions. Ooh. Now this one is interesting. Not worth the money. I ignorantly purchased this on release day because I adored the first game and love Kojima games. As far as the mechanics, storyline, characters, etc., this game is a knockout. Well worth the money. What? What? Actual insanity. Hey, yeah, by the way, in terms of, like, the most important stuff for this game, it's fucking awesome, dude. 10 out of 10. But then, they go on to say, however, it is plagued by myriad lockups, freezes, crashes, and other bugs/glitches that have hounded me since I first booted it up. The vast majority of my time spent in this game, 150 hours. I don't think you can give a game 0 fucking stars out of 10 or whatever because if you put 150 hours into it. Alright, you can leave a not recommended Steam review and be like, oh man, this is the greatest game I've ever played, fucking piece of shit, garbage. Like, that's most multiplayer games. Where it's just like, I have 5,000 hours in this game, fucking, I cannot recommend this to anyone. It is a nightmare. But yeah, I don't know. So it seems like this guy just had a bad time on the technical level playing the game. But yeah, has been trying to troubleshoot and identify what could be causing this. After a couple of weeks of on and off again troubleshooting, I give up. I really want to love this game, but until it's in a more playable state, it's far from worth even half the money it's being sold for. Avoid this for a year or two until the developers figure out what is causing the sheer number of CPU overloads, lockups, CTDs, and other issues that has been causing this game issues. Sony wonders why their PC ports sell a fraction of the copies than the PlayStation versions do. This is a pretty big reason why. My PC specs to show that this isn't me trying to play on a potato. Windows 10, Intel. Oh, okay. All right, there now it all makes sense. Like I'm sure this guy has a fine, you know, i7 9700K CPU. 64 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, RTX 5070 Ti, like, and you see, this is the exact reason why my ass doesn't want to get a fucking PC. I was like, I feel like even on the PlayStation 5, the regular one, because I have the Pro, I'm like, maybe because I had the Pro, I ran into very few problems. Like, I think I had the game crash on me a couple of times, but like, other than that, nothing major. It like was a problem throughout like my 2 playthroughs of the game, because I played through it twice, and then this guy's like, oh, I'm on PC, and I'm like, okay, now it all makes sense. You blame the developers of the game, you blame the game itself. I would personally be like, it's probably your PC. Your PC might be good, but there might be some bug or issue that's causing it to fuck up. And that's why I'll never get a damn PC, alright? I can barely deal with a single bug getting into my fucking TV screen. I can't deal with a goddamn computer, man. And, you know, neither can this guy, apparently. But yeah. Porter simulator game, don't get carried away by people's praise and try to make quote-unquote art. Game developers should make games, not keep churning out these crappy simulator games. Make something similar to Metal Gear, which is what you're actually good at. That was actually fun. Dude, Death Stranding 2 is so much like Metal Gear. It is like a secret stealth Metal Gear game. And it's really fun. And it's like, I don't know, man. For me, there's a lot of satisfaction and fun in climbing a mountain and getting to the tippy top. I don't know, that's not your thing, but it's like, I don't know, I always do find that sort of thing to be, like, patently absurd, with the whole, like, games shouldn't be art, games should be games, sort of argument, where it's just like, I think people don't really, like, understand that A, things are subjective, but then like B, like games that are games exist. Like I don't know, I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire recently, the first one. And like that's a really fun game, and like that's a game where it's like I like the little flavor text, I like the aesthetic of the game, but I don't really care for it. Like that's not why I'm playing Slay the Spire. I'm playing Slay the Spire because I want to get like a big old combo and kill a boss. Like I'm fully there for the gameplay and not really there for anything else. Oh. And so it's like, I don't know, it confuses me where it's like, oh, I'm gonna play a game that bills itself as art and then get mad when the game does like artsy things. It's just like, I don't know, it's very, very bizarre to me. But yeah. While I was playing this game, I always felt like playing a big DLC of the first game. Story is bad, it is way easier to move around than the first game, sometimes sometimes ridiculous cutscenes. I really don't know how people see this as a game that is enough to be a sequel. I think no. I mean, that's fine. You're completely validated in your opinion. I know that's like the hot take you see a lot with like sequels to games, of people just going like, this just feels like DLC of the first game, and then the DLC is like 70 hours long. Like I don't know if you've been like spoiled by The Witcher 3 or something like that, but like yeah, man, that's a new fucking game. It's like that was a critique I saw of Ghost of Yote quite a bit, where people are like, this just feels like Ghost of Tsushima 1.5, and it's like, yeah, man, it's a sequel using the same engine. Like, it's like, don't get me wrong, it's a fair criticism, but like, for like a sequel to a game that's come out years later, stars entirely new people, you're in an entirely new area, like, it doesn't make sense to me to be like, this just feels like a DLC. It's like, yeah, what the fuck do you think a sequel is? For me, a sequel has to fundamentally change the game and be significantly different in a way that is like completely astounding and stunning. And it's like, all right, yeah, man, that's fine, but like, don't you think the point of the sequel is that it's similar to the first game that it came out? Like, that maybe that's kind of what they're going for. That's the goal with it, you know? I will say it's very funny. I clicked on a review by somebody named Lego. A 4 out of 10 is their review, so it's just barely negative. But it's like, spoiler alert, this review contains spoilers. And I clicked on it, and it's in Russian. It's in Russian, and there are 2 sentences. There's the first sentence, which has, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 exclamation points after the first sentence. And then the second sentence has a question mark at the end of it, which is, I think, really funny. Oh, man. Yeah, so, these are some interesting reviews. For me, DS2 is an extremely contradictory product, but leaning more toward the negative. I'll say right away that I dropped the game twice and then came back to it again, and only on the second attempt did I actually finish it. Initially, what pushed me away was the fact that they added more combat. See? It's just so funny where it's like, this guy who's like, yeah, I kind of don't like that they added more combat to this game. Like, this guy and the guy who's like, you guys should just fucking make more Metal Gear. Metal Gear was fun. And it's like, you know, Kojima can't make Metal Gear anymore. You know he don't own that. Yeah, at least you should know that. How do you not know that? But like, also, it's like the game is more combat focused. The game is very combat heavy. Like, I was playing it and I'm like, oh wow, this reminds me a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5, which I quite like. But it's like, I don't know, for me at least, I don't know, I do enjoy Metal Gear Solid 5 a decent bit. But I don't know, maybe the game doesn't hit as hard for me because I haven't played any of the other Metal Gear Solid games. Or if I don't know, because I feel like I limited myself because I did very like stealth, no kill sort of playthrough. And like, I think I would have had much more fun with the game if I just like went through shooting people with grenade launchers. But yeah. It is an interesting review. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so what pushed me away was the fact they added more combat, fights with humans and creatures alike, while doing nothing to make the combat controls more comfortable. As a result, every combat encounter from start to finish was pure torture for me from a gameplay perspective. See, that's an interesting thing, is this guy had a tough time with the combat, where I don't know if a majority of people would say, but like the combat in Death Stranding 2 is very easy. Like, I didn't play on like the ultra hard mode they have now, but I did my second playthrough on brutal, and I sort of specifically limited myself in some ways. But like I think the first time I played through the game, it's like I died maybe twice. And like actually it was so fucking funny. In the final boss fight of the game, I was low on health for like the first time ever. And I then I was like, oh, I gotta eat some of the crypto bites or whatever. And I went to go to eat one, and I ate the one that like basically makes you dead. Where it's like, it allows you to like kind of die and lose a bunch of health, and then you can like pass through a BT area unseen or something like that. And and I like had this moment of like, damn, I really beat this whole fucking game and I never learned the healing mechanic. Like, I would drink water when I needed to, or like go back to base if I happen to be low on health or something, or run away if I was struggling with a fight. But like, really, it's like I had no real problem up until that point. And so it's just it's like, again, I'm not making fun of this guy or anything, but it's like interesting to see that someone had like very much the opposite experience that I did, where rather than the game feeling super easy for them, instead it was super hard, and they had a tough time getting through it. And it's like, I don't know, I think for me that's much more of a legitimate criticism than anyone just being like, game fucking sucks, oh, I don't like it, story bad. Like, no, you have to say why the story is bad. I don't care if you spoil it. You're fucking writing a review. Share your thoughts. Share why you think the things that you do. Because you can just share what you think, that's fine or whatever, but you shouldn't be posting a fucking review on a like review website. Because like, if you want to post that shit on Steam or like a storefront or whatever, that makes more sense. Or make a tweet or something along those lines, being like, oh, I fucking hated that game. Like, that's fine. You can do that, because you then also have the option to follow up if you truly want to. But like, if you're going out of your way to go to Metacritic and leave a review, you should fucking, do an actual review. Or at least attempt to. Like, you don't have to be a professional or nothing. But like, could at the very least put a little bit of effort. Just a modicum. I don't know. Now I kind of want to wait till it's daytime.
Peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Yeah, let's just do that. Just wait till it's daytime. Yeah, it's very interesting. Aiming is uncomfortable, running is uncomfortable, throwing grenades is uncomfortable, dodging is extremely uncomfortable. When near the very end, I had to fight using a guitar that was given to me right before the battle, I almost lost it. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious and awesome. I had only started getting used to the physics of the regular weapons, and then they immediately took them, four-letter word that's censored out. I don't know what that is, because I would assume either fuck or shit, but it doesn't make sense. And then they immediately took them. Shit. Only enjoyment I got was from completing standard delivery orders and a few story missions. I really missed having any kind of narrative context throughout the game. Like, sorry, you can complain about, like, the story not always being in your face, but there is a narrative context throughout the game. It's kind of one of my favorite parts about it. It is this narrative theming of loss. And, like, I kind of think with the direction the story goes, they fuck over that thing where it's like, I don't know, I kind of love Sam as this, like, miserable guy who's just having a terrible time and, like, can't deal with grief. Like, I kind of really like that. And then, not getting into spoilers or nothing, but, like, to me, the game doesn't really go in a satisfying direction, but it's, I don't know, I think it all ultimately makes sense and still works, even if it does feel a little bit undercut, in my opinion. But yeah, it felt like there were two movies, one with the setup at the very beginning and another with the resolution at the very end. Yeah, you're kind of not wrong about that. And in between, just bare delivery gameplay. The side characters are uninteresting and their stories don't resonate at all. The main story didn't move me either, even though I cried at the end of the first game. Dude, I cried like fucking 4 or 5 times playing Death Stranding 2. It feels like the game was made simply to extract money from shit. Only true good. Yeah, I don't know why this guy keeps like ending sentences with a swear word, but then there's no period. Anyway, only true good things about it were the actors' performances, the cutscenes, and the landscapes. I won't even comment on how trashy some of the cutscenes are. From my point of view, they outright desecrated what the first game left. Thanks to Kojima for this game. Thanks to the developers, they did try. This guy just wrote because order 124 4 times. I don't even remember what that one is. I'm going to look that up and I'll get back to actually playing The Witcher 3. Sorry this has been bugging you if you tuned into my live stream and are like, I didn't come here to listen to some random loser talk about Death Stranding 2 and other random losers review about it. But yeah, order 124. Which is that one? Oh, it's like a challenge one. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't do it. I beat Death Stranding 2 twice, but I didn't 100% that shit. I was like, fuck you. No, I'm not doing it. Which I will say is nice, because, like, you can play through Death Stranding 2 and basically do nothing optional if you don't want to. And, like, you'll still get the full story. And that's something I do dislike about Clair Obscur, is that you can play through Clair Obscur and get mostly the full story, but then you miss out on a lot of, like, pretty significant details and characters if you don't go around exploring and doing all the optional shit. Which, like, I would be more okay with if it was just easy to figure out, like, hey, there's optional shit in this area you can do, and hey, you've completed everything in this area, don't worry about it anymore. Like, I wish there was just, like, a little way to have a checklist for that game, so that way I can know what I have done and what I haven't done.
I must speak to you.
Alright, Guillaume. Let's talk to you.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant. though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks, while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase, that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize, and more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivian. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
I mean, it's true fucking love, right? You would pay $235 for true love, wouldn't you?
Vivian is worth every copper, but this amount I simply do not have. You ask too much.
Fine, asshole. $690.
I have comrades I can ask. They would surely lend me coin, yet even that would not be enough. Could you not lower your fee somewhat?
How broke are you fucking guys? Or how much is Geralt being upcharged when he goes to buy shit?
I have comrades I can
669?
I have comrades I can ask.
Okay, alright, fine. Just for that, 650.
The matter is of grave importance to me, yet you clearly jest, continue to mock. We shall reach no agreement this way.
Okay, we'll see ya.
All sounds pretty interesting, I guess. Still, can't look into Vivian's troubles just now.
I see. State matters take priority. Yet come see me forthwith should you have a change of heart.
Certainly a checkpoint I could load. Which I might. Listen, man, I need money. Everyone's like, I don't have coin to pay you. Well, I don't have fucking coin to afford shit. You're like, I can't pay you 200 extra coppers. I need like fucking 10,000 coppers to get a fucking new sword. It's insane.
Witcher, I've a matter of prime urgency and import.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it.
I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her.
I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I am no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand? Vivian is worth every copper. But this amount... I have comrades I can ask. I have comrades I can ask. I have comrades I can ask. They would... The matter is of grave importance to me, yet you clearly jest, continue to mock. We shall reach no agreement this way.
What? What is wrong with this guy? A legitimate question. What is wrong with this guy? I'm not doing his quest now. He can go fuck himself. He can go fuck himself. What is wrong with this guy? Oh my god, it's unbelievable. You want a job well done. You want to do something for some woman that you randomly think is the love of your life. Well, you gotta fucking pony up, buddy. You gotta pay the fucking price. And I need to fucking afford more stuff because I like customization. I like having different outfits. Like, I'm really enjoying this Griffin outfit, man. People always kind of talk shit about the Griffin Witcher armor, me included. But, like, the Grandmaster set, shit looks fucking awesome. It's really cool. I don't know. You think I can give Geralt the classic?
My time's up.
Hair rejuvenation.
Oh no, it's terrible. That's terrible.
My good sir.
Need a bit of...
I will say, it is kind of funny, because it's something that I don't really notice a lot of the time. It's like, if the game is doing its thing right, usually I'm not focused on a character's hair. But also, it's like, I don't know.
So long.
I think it tends to just happen to me a lot. Man, I'm actually realizing that the only hair that works for Geralt with this armor is the Elven Rebel cut. All the rest of them just clip through in a way that looks terrible and annoys me.
My time's up. So long.
Permanentation, hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation.
I'm sure this one will clip through, but at least it doesn't on first blush. He kind of looks good with it. I don't know. Yeah, no, I like it. Gwent me, though, because I spent way too much money changing my hair.
Maybe we could play around.
Girl permanentation, hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation.
Like, I can't believe this guy won't give you a little bit extra. Like, when I started at, like, 640 or whatever, I don't know what, I don't remember what my exact price was, but I thought he finally got fed up with me after, like, I did... I did like 650 or something like that. And so going to 640 where he's like, "What? I can't pay that. I'm not, you know, some big rich guy." It's like, you seem to be like a pretty famous knight. Well, actually, maybe not, because it kind of does have nothing going on for him. Like, I mean, I don't know why you think you're gonna beat me, man. You're just not gonna do it. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's call it. Damn. You didn't resurrect one of my spies. That's what I wanted. Oh, you son of a bitch. You know that was very rude of you. Shit, man, this guy might just have me. It might be all over for me. You fucking fool. Yeah, no, I mean, look at all that. It very much looks like I lost. There's nothing I'll be able to do. Well, now that I've lost the game. Never to win or play again. Fucking idiot. Don't you ever try to beat me in Gwent again. Now you...
Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate.
Yeah, I fucking appreciate Gwent, buddy boy. Shut up to me. Shut your mouth. Put the cards on the table.
For a quick round of Gwent?
Enfield, bammity bam. Music to a smithy's ears.
Interesting first set of cards. I won't lie. Yeah, I don't think I'll need any of these things. What the hell do you have that card for? How do you even get that card? Do I have this card? Well, you know what? You can win this round, man. That's fine by me. I guess you can play this guy. Oh, come on. Come on, there were so many spy cards you could have picked. And don't you ever try to face me in Gwent again, you fucking piece of garbage.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flaunt its writ and rot in chains.
I'm just saying, man, I could not handle Gwent in reality. Right? I mean, maybe I'm alone in this, but if some fucking hot, sexy, fucking cat-eyed, white-haired motherfucker came up to me and was like, "Hey, you want to play around at Gwent's?" And then the guy bet me $50 or $25 for a $50 pot or whatever, and then he beat me. I'm dying about it. I'm dying about it. I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you," and then he's gonna kill me with one of his two sexy swords on his sexy back. Cause look, man, I can accept I've already lost in life. You look the way that you do, and I look the way that I do. All right, shit fucking sucks. It's not fair. But maybe you deserve it more. I don't know. Very possible. But if you beat me in a fucking card game, somebody's dead, and it's probably me. Alright, I didn't even really mean to walk all the way up here, but I did. I don't know, I'm not gonna sit through this cutscene again. I will wait till it's daytime, though.
I have a matter of prime urgency and import.
Yeah.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's...
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I was gonna skip this, but I kind of got a little too caught up in how handsome girl looks.
Trickery?
She can... Then suddenly, I tempted... I noted...
Tell me more. Got a...
I've devised this...
It's funny that that's the game's intended way to be like, "Hey, are you bored during this cutscene? Skip it line by line."
Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I am no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
Alright, if you can't do 570, that's fucking crazy, right?
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Okay.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride, and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Apply all the skills you mentioned on a daily basis, and against monsters, not targets and dummies. Don't need any training. Going straight to the tourney grounds to sign up.
Monster Slayer.
Ollie, Ollie! Accent free!
It's a dove's ass.
Claimed to be a medic.
Ollie, Oxenfree. I'll be honest, anytime anyone says that, I think about Oxenfree, the video game. Great game, man. That's a great one. I really enjoy Oxenfree. Like, yeah, I don't know, to me it's very funny, because it's like, I don't know, if you haven't played Oxenfree, if you know about it, you might have seen someone play it, or you even possibly talk about it. But like, I don't know, man, I love that little fucking game, and like, you can, like, I mean, I guess you could maybe, but you can't really have that as a book, or like a movie, or a TV show, or something. Like, it doesn't work. The only format that story really works well in, or works best in, I think, is a game. And it's like, there's no like real traditional gameplay other than like choosing dialogue options, but like the dialogue options in that game are like or like the fact that you're choosing dialogue options like thematically and mechanically relevant to the game. That's really cool.
Never you worry. The air here is such.
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally. We must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah, those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river. Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the Ducal Archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right. The Honorable Ravix will do.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Guillaume told me a bit about the contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them, though.
An admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests 3. A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit with bolts or dummies felt with blade will increase the time you have. Finally, the group melee in the arena, crowned with a duel against last year's champion. As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Convenient. Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like to swear it?
I swear on her grace's illustrious garter to respect the chivalric virtues in competing.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
Right, Edrica clams, duck's nipples.
Yeah,
get
sure.
them by
That's
their
what I
horns.
like. Maybe
Five
this
big
will
ears,
and I wonder.
Geralt, well, I'll be... Have you decided to turn knight-errant?
All jesting aside, here on a job. You in the tourney too?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Renfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago. A nervous wreck. Stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less. As if that would aid his determination.
Guessing that's against the rules.
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt. I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to me either way.
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
Never turned down a round of Gwent.
congratulate you. We shall swap as agreed. We've passed the time rather nicely. Lady Vivian should appear forthwith. I'm off to face my first challenge.
Good luck.
Fair knights, I salute you. The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test them.
Behold Horm Akispark of the Mechtian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him, new blood, a knight unknown till now. Seraphix of Forehorn, give us a bow! The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red.
May the better man win.
Brave Seraphix has hit over one half of his marks. Will he manage to prevail? Are these glories first sparks? Seraphix jumps. Seraphix has won. His boat struck the goal. Yet even this cannot soothe the ache in his soul.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate you.
Thank you, my lady. Would you tell me about the other prizes?
Alas, I cannot devote more time to you than to the other combatants. I have duties to attend to. Forgive me.
My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us go.
Give me a minute. Need to catch my breath.
Are you ready? May we go?
Yeah, let's go now.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach.
Jar of concealing ointment. Powerful magic at work here.
Oh, fair Vivian. Thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Thy two breasts are like...
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big. Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme. Hairs and salts. Used to make compresses.
Someone approaches. Quickly!
You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seek you in my lady's tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here! Why were you in there?
Tourney business. Nothing of import.
The flower of chivalry. Strapping lads.
White.
Right, toes eggs! Dragon's eyes on a stick! Come and get it! Fresh and wholesome!
Behold, gallant knights and ladies decorous! Gaze at the host assembled before us! Look upon chivalry's best and most storied! Come from far lands, here to seek glory! Hear now their names as I shout them aloud! Savor their titles, of their presence be proud! Halmarin, the Baron of Lonfall! Linus of Metina! Reinfarn of Atra! Horm Akaspark of Meicht! Domir of Troy! Guy de Boisfren, in service to the Duchess. Delwyn of Craigiau. Count Tai of Dondal. Ansay of Lyria and Rivia a prince. Prefix of Forhorn. For Gregoire of Montgorgon, let out a roaring cheer. The famed Flower of Silence, tourney champion from last year. Today's winner of contests, his victory to secure, shall face a Gregoire in a challenge severe. Does ignorance demand a bard intercede? Does someone need telling how tourneys proceed?
Graphics of Forhorn. Is that what you call yourself? You shan't fool me. To this day I bear marks where I met your steel. But don't you remember? I am Tai of Dorntal, and I swear to you, before the tourney's end, I shall have added another book to that collection on your map.
Done. Then step aside. You're in my way.
The tourney's protector, the mate Vivian. Her beauty entrances both beasts and men.
My heart's greetings, dear knights. May my grace guide you and show you the path of honor, valor, and glory. Accept my wishes of good fortune, sir, and devote all your strength to the tourney, and only it.
The time has come for you, Sir Knight. Mount your steed. Swift be your flight.
Ladies and gentlemen of lineage illustrious, soon steeds shall swarm like ants most industrious. To beat time's passage they'll ride like the gale. What a sight to behold, what a lark, what a tale! Before us Sir Ravix of Forhorn dubbed, his spurs flash like lightning, to a shine they've been rubbed. And he's up! With a thunderous roar, who pounds the ground, no legion of drummers could make such a sound.
I shall be famous one day, as famous as you.
Witcher, good luck on the path.
Still to scrap with horseshoes and drop the ball.
Beaver, booger me.
So close! Will he last? Endure and keep pace! A race of such style, such grace, such speed. To watch was a pleasure, a treat indeed. To honor our entrance, praise each fair knight. We shall feast from eve till dawn's first light. The finest of wine and food shall be served. If you've blood in your veins, come collect what's deserved.
I congratulate you. Here, your prize. A saddle adorned with your crest.
Many thanks.
By the way, my maid saw a man with white hair sneak out of my tent. Would you know who it might have been?
No idea.
How juvenile.
Congratulations on your win. In stellar style, no less. Ah, I no longer regret I was not able to participate. Almost.
We must drink to this. Come with me to the feast. We shall await Vivian together.
Lead the way.
So, any thoughts on Vivian?
Her beauty's striking.
That is not what I ask.
Still too early to say anything I'd be willing to stand behind. Managed to figure one thing out. She uses powerful magic, masking illusions.
Do you mean to say she might in truth look different than she seems?
Only guessing right now.
We've still some time before Vivian arrives. Let us drink. To Vivian, may you find the means to aid her.
To Vivian.
When I first laid eyes on her, I finally understood what all those poems and ballads were trying to say.
Love's not poetry alone. Sometimes it's prose. Sometimes it's just plain ugly.
You say that only because you do not know Vivian as I do. A life with her would be sweetness itself.
Actually, you don't know her all that well either. Dropped something.
I demand satisfaction. You've insulted me twicely.
And twicely ought to be enough.
You refuse to duel? Then I shall show you how I treat cowards! been waiting long for that, freak. Now you've gotten what you deserved.
Not done yet.
Leave him, Geralt. He's not worth it. And we've come here for an altogether different reason.
We shall meet again, mutant.
My heart swells to behold this beautiful celebration of valor and honor, and to witness you, who embody the chivalric virtues in your lives, strive for greatness. Yet, after a time of combat must come a time of peace and respite. Thus, I invite all who fought in the tourney to this feast held in your, and none other's, honor. And should any among you crave solitude, private tents await you nearby. The group melee shall take place on the morrow. Glory shall be within grasp for each and every one of you. The best among you shall have the honor to face our reigning champion, the famed Gregoire de Gourgon, victor of last year's tourney. Celebrate, make merry, revel as you will, yet be mindful of the trial that awaits you tomorrow.
Follow her. We shall meet in your tent before your last contest. You must help her.
What it boots greasy hair, blood on his jacket, what sloth.
These knights of ours should turn their attentions to the Vantergills, not parade about in tourneys.
Never thought I'd live to see times like these.
Dark secrets tells even a fairy tale that she like Toussaint. Appearances deceive, Witcher. Beware.
Oh, brute!
Can't believe it. I simply can't.
Dark secrets tells even a fairy tale that she like Toussaint.
I think with that, I'm gonna leave you. I don't know. Maybe I should keep playing. I don't really feel like it, so I won't. I'll probably be back tomorrow, though.